are listening to a free version of the Majority Report with Sam Seder. To support the show and get another 15 minutes of daily program, go to majority.fm, please.
The Majority Report with Sam Seder, where every day's Casual Friday. That means Monday is Casual Monday, Tuesday, Casual Tuesday, Wednesday, Casual Hump Day, Thursday, Casual Thurs, that's what we call it, and Friday, Casual Shabbat. The Majority Report with Sam Seder.
It is Friday, February 1st, 2019. My name is Sam Seder. This is the 5-time award-winning Majority Report. We are broadcasting live steps from the industrially ravaged Gowanus Canal in the heartland of America, downtown Brooklyn, USA. On the program today, joining us from the Benjamin Dixon Show, Benjamin Dixon. Also on the program today, joining us from the Chapo Trap House Show, sorry?
No worries.
Wait,
it was a joke that was missed in the technical difficulties, but not worth retrieving.
Virgil, Texas will be here with us. Also on the program today, Trump running out of options. National emergency to build a wall may be coming soon. And speaking of Trump running out of options, announces pulling out of the INF missile treaty. Meanwhile, Senate Democratic presidential candidates, declared and undeclared, push an anti-nuclear arms race legislation. Meanwhile, speaking of declaring, Cory Booker makes it 7 official Democratic presidential candidates. Much more to come. Sanders wants to expand the estate tax and add a new top marginal rate. Also, be prepared. Trump wants to run on late-term abortion. He will be unveiling that at the State of the Union address on Tuesday. And inadvertently, Trump shows why we need a single payer by streamlining drug prices for Medicare and Medicaid. Meanwhile, Dems pushing for Fed contractors to get some back pay. Republicans, not so much. And conservatives and Republicans seem really mad at Republican Senator Tim Scott for not liking racists enough. And good news, colonization of Americas in 15th century offers a possible solution to climate change. It involves massive death. And lastly, Utah GOP trying to undo the voters' call for Medicaid expansion. All this and more on today's program, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very exciting day. We have a couple of Majority Report audience luminaries in studio with us. Are you not drinking alcohol, are you?
No, sir.
Okay.
That appears to be Red Bull. I don't know what's in the Red Bull can, but...
The biggest can of Red Bull. I didn't realize.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even realize you made it that big. Wow. All right. So Jeff from...
You go to a bodega and get that?
Jeff from Georgia is here. Kentucky Fried Comrade is here. And then some other guy. These other guys.
Who are these guys?
These...
It's Chris, producer of Chapo Trap House.
It's Chris, producer of Chapo Trap House. And
And Keith.
And friend of Chris. Wow, you guys roll deep.
FOC.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team fucking here.
They're Virgil's advanced guys.
Full crew. Exactly. His advanced men are there. Just a reminder, if you are in the Brooklyn area, there'll be a show at the Bell House tonight, right, Michael? Are you?
Yes, indeed.
Look at, he's wearing a press shirt today. Wow,
well, this is
very
not
exciting.
even what I'm wearing tonight. I'm back to the tracksuit.
Oh, there you go.
Of course.
Oh, my God. Just a reminder, this program runs on the support of its members. You can become a member at jointhemajority.report.com. The announcement today by Mike Pompeo that the United States pulling out of the INF treaty, not totally unexpected. The U.S. government has been saying that Russia is in violation of the treaty since, I think it was 2014, with the introduction of a new long-range missile that Russia had introduced. This is a treaty that was signed 30 years ago, I guess, that basically took thousands, a couple of thousand, I should say, ballistic and cruise missiles off the board, as they say, I think. And it was supported by on-site inspections that allowed both sides to trust and verify compliance with the treaty. And Trump has decided to unilaterally pull out of the treaty. Here is Mike Pompeo explaining supposedly why.
Russia has jeopardized the United States' security interest, and we can no longer be restricted by the treaty while Russia shamelessly violates it. If Russia does not return to full and verifiable compliance with the treaty within this 6-month period, by verifiably destroying its INF-violating missiles, their launchers, and associated equipment, the treaty will terminate.
Not sure why this is happening now, per se, and not sure what the 6 months is about either. That puts us into the middle of the summer. I'm not 100% sure what that's about. But
I'm not unconvinced that Trump doesn't want to campaign on it.
Well,
I think
that's why it's weird, I think, to do it now and to talk about it 6 months from now, right?
What do you mean campaign on it?
I think that what we talked about with Joseph Cirincione when I had him on a couple weeks ago first of all, there's a history to this, and all Bush was trying to pull out of he destroyed the ABM treaty to do the missile defense shield fantasy. So Republican people don't like these arms control agreements. And I also think that what we kind of established this through line with Cirincione, where he said there's all of these discredited, ridiculous 50s and 60s Strangelove ideas that have been rebranded and are back in Washington. And he said, like, part of it is just like getting our mojo back, our vital bodily fluids. And so I think that, it wouldn't be a prime thing, but I could see him saying something about we're going to have the best arsenal in the same way he would say build that wall.
Yeah, that's why I just find the timing just weird to do it.
Yeah,
this far
I can't
out.
tell you the timing, but I'm sure he'll hit it.
But
could it overlap with some of the? I don't usually go to the Russia place, but because this overlap with some of the heat around Russia and him being like, "Yo, you're talking about how I have a deal with Russia. I just junked this whole treaty."
No one's been harder.
I actually think that that's what is driving a lot of this. This attempt to show that he's being tough with Russia. Frankly, I'm not sure that Russia necessarily cares. If they wouldn't be happy,
they were all under.
They're in violation.
Totally
so
right. That's not.
This is going to make
spin.
them not in violation. Meanwhile, Oregon's Senator Jeff Merkley, Elizabeth Warren, Kristen Gillibrand, Ed Markey, Ron Wyden, and Bernie Sanders, along with Kamala Harris, Sherrod Brown, Tammy Baldwin, and Van Hollen were there as well. Those names sound familiar. It's because most of them are running for president. And they introduced the Prevention of Arms Race Act of 2019, and it basically calls on a series of measures. It acknowledges that Russia has broken the treaty, but it calls on a series of measures to try and inhibit Trump's unilateral move. So,
props to Ed Markey, though. He's been an arms control guy for his whole career.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of the nice things about having 7 senators or 6 senators running for president, because they're all going to be out racing each other to do the right thing. We don't have, Joe Manchin's not going to be running. And so everyone's going to be pulled to the left, theoretically, and pushed to do the right thing. It won't necessarily make a big difference in terms of legislation, but in the short term. But it'll make a big difference going forward. And we'll talk about this a little bit maybe later in the program, too, because there are more than three, but 3 or 4 major pieces of legislation to reduce the cost of drugs in this country that are all being presented by presidential candidates. So that's
and
good.
Enthusiastically backed by Cory Booker. Yeah,
we'll play the video.
Come on.
We should play that video, but
everybody's got their stick in your craw candidate, and yours is definitely Cory Booker.
I don't know. It's just that I listened to the video, and it's just like, how many takes did it take for him to get it out to the beats of the rising music? I don't know. Folks, BetterHelp is affordable private online counseling. You get unlimited access to licensed, trained, fully accredited therapists that's perfect for you on your phone and computer through text, voice, or video chat. They're LGBT friendly. It's great for couples counseling, anything else you're going through in life right now. All you need to do is go to betterhelp.com/majority. You fill out a questionnaire. They match you with a counselor who's perfect for you. You can start counseling today. And if you decide you don't vibe with the therapist you're matched with, you can switch whenever you want. It's less expensive than in-person counseling. You're still getting the same great help from licensed professionals. If you have trouble affording it, BetterHelp has financial aid available. You're always connected to your counselor. You have unlimited access. You can talk to them, like I say, every day if you want. You can connect from anywhere, like I say, so you're not wasting time traveling to someone's office. If you're not particularly interested in sitting in front of someone, you're also not having to sit in their waiting room. A lot of people just don't feel comfortable with therapy or have never been to a therapist. This is a good way to stick your toe into the proverbial pool of therapy. BetterHelp solves all of these problems. You can sign up right now, save on quality professional therapy by going to betterhelp.com/majority. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to Ben Dixon from The Benjamin Dixon Show. We are back. Sam Seder on the Majority Report. Are we okay? Like to welcome to the program the proprietor of the Benjamin Dixon Show and the one of the forces behind thenorthstar.com.
Yeah.
Benjamin Dixon. Welcome to the program, Ben.
Hey, man. Thanks, Sam, for always having me, man. It's a pleasure.
All right, so a lot of stuff going on this week. We have two new Democratic nominees or would-be nominees for